I've just arrived in Copenhagen, and I'm here at Kongens Nytorv, the King's New Square. I like to think of this as the heart and hub of the city. You can start walking in almost any direction and explore this exciting and vibrant Nordic city. So now we're just steps away from Kongens Nytorv. This is Nyhavn, and the name means new harbor. This is a great place to take a seat by the wooden wharf and enjoy the sunshine, or to come over and have a beer and some fine food. To get between the airport and the city center, I simply hopped on the metro. Cost about $5. Time to the city center, about 15 minutes. And it's been awarded the world's best metro. One fun way to see Copenhagen is on a bicycle, and along the harborfront path here you can see some really great sights like the Nyhavn fountain behind me and the Little Mermaid ahead of me. She's possibly the most adored woman in all of Denmark, well, with the exception of the Queen perhaps. She's from a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and she's been a fixture here since 1913. Within an easy walk of the Little Mermaid is Langalinea. It's one of the docks where cruise ships tie up in Northern Europe's leading cruise destination. Whether you're riding or walking along the waterfront, one thing that you'll want to see is Amalienborg. This is home to the world's oldest monarchy, and you'll want to be here in time for the changing of the guard. Now, one tip that I can give you is when the flag is up, the Queen is at home. Denmark, of course, is famous for its architecture, and you can see a lot just by walking, like the new playhouse behind me, or across the harbor, the Opera House. After cycling and sightseeing, you need to fill your belly, and what could be better than a traditional Danish smørrebrød?
It's an open face sandwich. It's only one bread and it's always under, and you have all the stuff on top of the bread. This is our specialty of the house, spicy boiled herring, and this is roasted herring. And this is the aquavit.
So I understand you always drink schnapps with herring.
Yeah, with herring, always.
The sun sets late in Copenhagen, giving us plenty of time to enjoy the evening entertainment, from outdoor concerts to indoor performances. After a long day, it's time to head back to my hotel. There's a lot more for us to do tomorrow. Well, good morning from Copenhagen. I'm sitting by the lakes and I'm looking out at the world's busiest bike lane. Every morning, hundreds of thousands of Copenhageners commute to work by bicycle. It's a great way to start the morning. Another great way to start the morning, of course, is with a Danish pastry and a cafe latte. You want to get yourself a Copenhagen card, which is good for free travel as well as free entry into many attractions and museums. And one of my favorites is here, the Glyptoteket. And it's good to know that each Carlsberg beer I drink helps support this museum. The collection here was curated by the 19th century industrialist Carl Jacobsen, who used the proceeds from his Carlsberg beer empire to fund this museum. This is Hans Christian Andersen, the father of fairy tales. And Andersen is looking at our next destination in Copenhagen, Tivoli. Here's a place where you can be a kid again. The Danes have been enjoying themselves here at Tivoli since 1843, when Tivoli was founded. Here you have it all: restaurants, flower gardens, architecture, entertainment, and best of all, some very exciting rides. Hold on. Well, now we're in City Hall Square, and we're going to try something a little unusual, but it's traditional Danish food. Well, every Dane loves a good dog, a hot dog, and this hot dog will be like any other you've ever tried. From hot dogs to gourmet dining, Copenhagen has what it takes to please all palates, including many Michelin-starred restaurants. With 2 perfect days in Copenhagen, you'll have plenty of time to see the city on the water, from the water. You'll see Copenhagen in a completely different perspective, and one great way to do that is on a canal cruise. Now we're seeing a completely different side of Copenhagen. This is actually the Free State of Christiania. And this is a throwback to the 60s and 70s. It's a free-spirited lifestyle where anything goes. And also nearby is Christianshavn and the Savior's Church. Now we're in one of the hippest parts of Copenhagen. This is the old meatpacking district. The butchers are still here, but now they're accompanied by restaurants. In fact, some of the restaurants get their meat from next door. And also there are galleries and great places to hang out. No trip to Copenhagen is complete without shopping. So head to a couple of other trendy areas, Vesterbro and Nørrebro. Or you could take a stroll down Strøget, Europe's longest pedestrian shopping street. We're back to where we started 2 perfect days Copenhagen. There's a lot more to see, but that's for another story. So for now, it's good night and goodbye.